Hi YouTube, it's Kristen. Today I want to show you one of the 3 little golden book style Christmas journals that I've made recently. They are in my shop right now. You can find the link in the description box below. This one is the title Jingle Bells, and it has a 2-inch spine with 4 signatures inside. It has a charm dangle that has a jingle bell glass charm. There are vintage glass buttons and vintage plastic buttons. There's a key. There are various kinds of beads on here. There's a star charm, a bell charm, stocking charm, and various jingle bells as well, so that it makes some nice jingle bell sounds. And I decided to leave the strands long, so on some of them you can see that there's plenty of room to add your own charms, to fill it out more, to put on whatever is meaningful to you, what you might have at home. Of course, it's just fine the way it is, but you can do that. And it's made so that it will flip up out of the way when you want to write. So I'm going to just put that up there while I show you this book. The closure is a seam ribbon binding. It's this beautiful dark green with a wooden Happy Holidays charm tag on there. And of course it comes off completely, so you can, you don't have to worry about it when you're writing, but it will close up nicely when you're putting it away at the end of the season. So this Jingle Bells book, I don't know the exact date off the top of my head, but it's 89 cents. So it was one of the earlier ones, and there's no barcode on the front. The back I did cover with scrapbook paper, and there's fabric and ribbon on the spine, and the cover of, I believe, of all 3 of these has been protected with Mod Podge. So I'm going to do a flip through, and these are big books, these little golden book journals. They are, like I said, there are 4 signatures. They're packed with decorations already, so they are pretty chunky. And as you add more photos and things like that, they'll get even chunkier. So I just want you to be aware of that. On the inside covers, I did put scrapbook paper, so the original book is not showing there. There are library pockets on both the front and the back that have tags in them. Now all the ephemera that is loose in here can be moved around as you like, of course. There's a couple of tags in there as well. Here there is a wooden snowflake glued on there. And this is a Jingle Bell tab that's made from vintage trim. It's really beautiful vintage trim, and I had to do some stitching to hold this part together and make sure that the bells would be that the strands holding the bells were strong enough, because they were starting to get a little bit worn on the original. So I just added some extra loop through there. So anyway, there are lots of other tags in here. They are ribbon tags. There's also a vintage milk cap tag there, or tab, sorry, these are tabs. And there are ribbon trims throughout as well, as you'll see. So these books have lots of pockets with journal cards. This is a printable, and there are a lot of these tags that were handmade by me from Book Page and other little bits of ephemera. The vintage book pages in these books include, like this is a story about Christmas bells from a Christmas oh, I don't even remember what the title of that book was, but it had all different kinds of Christmas stories and stuff in there. There are plain pages for writing, of course, and scrapbook papers that when they had a blank side, they were not double-sided, I added scrapbook paper to, so there shouldn't be a lot of bright white blank pages. Now there are blank pages because I put in this notebook paper, and I think there is at least one notebook paper that is a white paper, but there's less white than there would be if I hadn't covered up the single-sided back of those scrapbook papers. There's also this Christmas Carols complete verses, pages from this verse book. So they're just the verses from these songs. So here's a place where I've added some ribbon trim. This is like a little handmade decoration from book page and napkins. There's some more ephemera, and this is actually a little handmade envelope with a tag inside. Now this is a page from a coloring book. It's not vintage, but I just love the illustrations in here. And because this title is Jingle Bells, there's going to be more, maybe a little bit more kind of a Santa vibe in this book. This is some graph paper that I absolutely love, and it's perfect for Christmas because of the red on there. There are some other printables in here, not a whole lot of printables, but I did like some of these images. I thought they went nicely with the story, so I did decorate with some of those as well. There are all the book pages in this book in order. Because the Little Golden Book is made from 2 signatures, I have to put one half of the pages in one signature and the other half in a second signature. In this book, I put the other half in the 3rd signature. So this is the 1st signature. I think in this book, each of the signatures has 12 folded sheets. And so I'm not going to try to tell you off the top of the head the page number, but that will be in the description box. And the way I did the book pages on this one were I folded them over. I did have to trim just a little bit on the top and bottom, which is hardly noticeable, but I did have to fold over the edges rather than, I didn't do anything to the middle of the page. So I just inserted them as they would be and then folded over those. So that's how I did it. I've approached the way I treat the book pages differently in every book or every round of books that I do, and in this case that's what I did. So all 3 of these will have folded pages like that. So here's some more little pieces of ephemera. Here's a journal card, tag, a word card. This is just some extra scrapbook paper, and when you find that sort of thing in here, of course, you can use it whatever way you'd like. Here's another printable. This is that page which I also decorated on the back with some scrapbook paper and stuff. This is a printable, so I believe this book has a number of these apothecary tags. They're all different. This one is Enchanted Snow. This is another page from the book, let's see, from this book that was a music thing. Here's some more pieces of ephemera. There's a tag and a collaged journal card, as well as one of these. This is a printable Christmas gram. And these printables, when they are included in here, will be white on the back, and you can keep it as is if you like. Just keep it tucked away in the pocket, or you can attach it to a page if you like, or you could even send it to somebody. There's another vintage trim that I think is really beautiful. Here's another printable. This is a Christmas Tree Song. So there are also cookbook pages. This is I probably not really considered vintage. I don't know what the age of the book was, but you know, they're just regular cookbook pages. There's another little printable. This is a page from one of my favorite Christmas books. If you want to know, Christmas songbooks, if you want to know the title of this book, I do have the cover. I forgot to bring it over here with me, but if you want to know, I can show it in a future video. I think the book that this came from is one of the best Christmas songbooks for junk journal pages. So here's another one of these printables. This is Santa's Magic Flying Crystals. This is another, oh no, I think this is the same songbook. I'm pretty sure. And the reason I like it so much is because a lot of the song titles are in interesting fonts, plus they have often an illustration. So this obviously went really well with the title of this book. And this is a page from, I believe, an ideals book for Christmas or some other craft book for Christmas. I can't remember. And this one is a page from a reproduction vintage style Christmas. It's just a really interesting, like a Christmas catalog thing that has all kinds of little stories, songs, ads, and stuff. So it's all put together reproduction style. Here's some more plain paper. This is a vintage cookbook. It was a pamphlet. It says Christmas special. Yeah, here it is. It's the Women's Circle Home Cooking. So it's definitely vintage, and it has the aged color, but it has a lot of recipes in it. Here's another pocket page for the center of this signature. This is a little handmade envelope that has a journal card inside, and I did a little bit of decoration on there. Then there are these this tag and journal card as well. Some of the journal cards and tags have printable ledger on the back, so it's not original ledger, because I don't actually have. I have a few pieces of actual vintage ledger, and I didn't use it in these books, but so I have some printables that I prefer because they're getting cut up and everything. So here's a little bit of decoration. Here's another one of those printables. This one is a humbug cure. These reproduction pages are really interesting to read, the little ads and stuff like that, so just kind of a fun edition. This is a printable that I put on this page because it's the back of that, and it was not a very interesting page, so I just covered it up. This is a printable word card, and this is a printable vintage doily. I know this one came from Little Bindi. The other ones, if you are interested in knowing who they came from, I would have to look up because I don't know most of them off the top of my head. So here's a little bit of ribbon trim. And so this is the scrapbook paper that I covered up again on the back. Here we are. This is the third signature. There are some more. There's a journal card. This is a little handmade envelope with another tag in there, collage tag. And this is a piece of scrapbook paper. So it's double-sided, and it can be used however you like, but it was left over, and I thought it was really pretty, so I wanted to use it in here. So this is also a piece of that printable ledger. So it is white on the back, but it kind of went well with this white and red scrapbook paper here. And there's another one of those printables. This one is for sugar plum syrup. There's another pocket with a journal card. And so this is made so that you can, obviously you can add photos to you can add photos and writing to whatever you like. Like I said before, it's your book. You can do however you like. But I envisioned kind of The more decorated papers, maybe to have photographs on them, you could you could paste on a little journal tag that tells about the picture if you want, or you can write about it on the blank pages. You can also write, for instance, this coloring book page, you could write around that. You could add a photo on top of that writing if you wanted to. You could just leave it as it is, and it would be a nice resting spot for your eyes in the middle of a very busy book. There's so many different ways you can use these books. So here's another scrapbook paper that I added something on the back. This is a gardening book page. And here's the second half of the book. So all the pages for the second half are in this third signature. And again, they are folded over like that. This is a really cute story, actually. I really like this one. And I know lots of people make junk journals from them, but the cover is so festive and the illustrations are so cute that I can see why it's very popular. Okay, so here's another. This is actually not a printable. This was cut from a cut and collage book that I bought. This is a little pocket that I made from a page from that same book that had the Belle story and some of the other things in here. It's just a really interesting book that has a lot of different things. And this is kind of like a little winter village scene. And there's in here, I made just like a folded little thing. I put this is a printable bingo card, and I put that on there because I thought it might be kind of fun if you wanted to. You could make a note of either gifts that you gave to somebody else or gifts that you received, and you need to make thank you notes, and you would have this little thing ready to make notes so you'll be ready to do your thank yous. This is another printable from Little Bindi. It's a Christmas embroidery kind of thing, and then that's on the back of this card or scrapbook paper. There's a little zigzag trim there, or rickrack trim. There's a cookbook page, some more journal cards, another piece of that scrapbook paper that I added a little sentiment card to, I guess. And this is another piece of that vintage, that reproduction book. So I just made a little pocket and put a journal card inside there. Made an envelope, I should say. All right, here's another printable, and this one is for Christmas Coal for naughty people. I thought that was really a cute one. This is that Santa coloring book, and I put this gold metallic rickrack on there. This is actually, well, I have a lot of favorite trims, but of the rickracks, which I have just like plain red ones, but this gold metallic one is so cool. It's really my favorite, and I was at a Michael's store yesterday looking to see if I could find some more of it, and they didn't have it. But I would definitely buy more of that. It's fun stuff for a Christmas journal. There's another printable, and this is another little envelope made from that same book page with a journal card inside. Okay, and here we are in the last signature. There's this really cool shiny red, kind of like a red metallic trim on here. And this Belle page from that Christmas book. This is also another page from the Christmas craft book. And let's see, this is a printable. This is the scrapbook paper that I added another piece of scrapbook paper to. Here's another Jingle Bells song page. Oh, this is from an Ideals book. I really liked this. It's a photograph of this kind of like vintage Santa. And this is the center of this last signature, and I did another little bindi printable here with Christmas ribbon that says Merry Christmas. And on this side, the other books don't have this, but on this one I had, so this is the original scrapbook paper, and I added this piece to the inside there. And then this is it's a large sized envelope that I tea and coffee dyed. Put the scrapbook paper and one of these telegram printables on the front, and another little collage thing there. And then on the inside of this, I made another little kind of booklet thing. So this is a scrapbook paper that had Celebrate the Season on it. I just did a little bit of decoration on the front and put that in there. It could actually be a Christmas card that you send to somebody, although because I put this on the front, you'd have to put it inside another envelope. But I just clipped it on here. I thought about gluing it in and then decided to make it removable. So that's just clipped on there. And this telegram is really cute. It says, "Please fill out the following self-evaluation form and return to Santa. I've been naughty, nice, or I tried." Super cute. Okay, so that's there. And then more of that book page, another one of these little handmade decorations. This is another scrapbook paper that I just added some other papers to the back. There's a journal card that I just stuck down there. This is the other half of this craft book page. Song page, and then this is the last page that has a couple of journal cards in there and in this little tuck spot. And I added a piece of velvet red ribbon there. And then we're at the back, and I'll show you what these look like. Okay, so there are, somewhere in there should have been a chipboard Santa face, and there's also this chipboard Christmas tree here. And then there's the back. All right, so I'm gonna do these 3 journals because they're big. I'm gonna do them in separate videos. So this is the first one, Jingle Bells. And if you are interested, like I said, check out my Etsy shop. I do have a Christmas section that has these 3. It will have these 3 little golden book journals, but also several single signature style journals and 1 or 2 other Christmas items that I've made in the past. So I hope you'll check it out. And if you are a journal maker yourself, I hope you were inspired. So thank you very much for watching. See you later.